Hi friends, Ivan here. I write a newsletter called the Wisdomous that you can find at thewisdomous.com. And in today's episode, I want to share with you one core lesson that I've learned, and it is how to not be upset by the misdeeds of others. You can read the full essay on thewisdomous.com, but I want to go through it and share a few notes. And as you possibly know, it's easy to let others' action disturb our peace. Like there's a comment under our post, a broken promise, an outright betrayal can trigger frustration and anger, or even resentment when it comes to people we love. And we tell ourselves, hey, yes, I shouldn't be feeling this way, but the emotion persists. We still feel bad. But what if we could change our response? What if we could learn to detach from others' misdeeds and maintain our inner calm, regardless of how others behave? And that's what we're going to look into this short video. What I mean by that? The answer is in shifting our focus from external events over which we have no control to our minds, where true power resides. So what do I mean by that? So when someone wrongs us, our first reaction is often personal. How could they do this to me? But in reality, people act according to their nature, shaped by their experience, by their belief, by their struggles. Their behavior is more about them than it is about us. So I want to give you this example which I read a few years ago, which is a scorpion crossing a river on a turtle's back. So halfway across, the scorpion sings the turtle. As they both begin to sink, the turtle asks, "Why did you do that? Now we'll both die." The scorpion replies, "Because it is in my nature. It is in scorpion's nature to stink." Did just that. This isn't to say that we should excuse wrongdoing or fail to hold people accountable, but it means that we should be equipped with more understanding. We should know that some people act according to who they are, not who we want them to be. And that can avoid us unnecessary suffering. So let's talk about this. We all have the illusion of control. And one of the most significant sources of frustration is that belief that we can or we should control how others behave. And that is the illusion of control. But we can't control how others feel. We can't force someone to be kind. We can't make someone see reason. We can't prevent others from making mistakes. And the sooner we accept this, the less power their actions will have over us. And instead of wishing things were different, we can redirect our energy towards what we can control: our reactions, our choices, and the state of mind in which we are going to be. And I love this Marcus Aurelius quote where he said that the best revenge is to be unlike him who have performed injury. So when we face negativity, we often retaliate to argue, prove a point, or make the other person feel how they made us feel. I tend to see that online on X, for example. There's a lot of debate. Someone does something to you and you feel like, hey, I have to reply to this person. But I believe that this doesn't usually help. It only ties us further to their behavior, because then we're going to get into an argument and no one is going to be a winner of that. And I believe true strength is in restraint sometimes. Choosing not to engage doesn't mean that we are weak. It means that we're choosing to not let someone influence, dictate our emotional state. Silence, distance, and emotional detachment can be far more potent than retaliation. I know it's hard to practice those, but I don't want you to see it as weaknesses, because they are not. So, and this is where having a better perspective comes into comes in handy because it's very important. When someone mistreats you, ask yourself, is this worth my peace of mind? Will this matter in a week from now, a month from now, a year from now? Is this person acting out of ignorance, pain, or insecurity? Can I choose to see differently? It's hard to put those things when something has just happened, which is why taking that distance, taking that silence often helps us, because then we can have a shift in perspective. And this shift in perspective can transform that frustration into indifference, anger into understanding, and resentment into freedom. That's very important. So, and understand that letting go is not about suppressing emotions, but it is consciously deciding that this doesn't deserve our energy. It's a skill, and like any skill, it's going to require practice. So it's going to take a bit of time. So here's a few ways of learning to let it go. 1, pause before reacting. Give yourself a moment to breathe before responding. And a delayed reaction is often a wiser one, because you have had time to pause. 2, detach from expectation. The fewer your expectation of others, the less power they have to disappoint you. I know we're supposed to have certain expectations from our partner, from our family, but you don't have to have a lot of expectation when it comes to strangers in life, people we don't know, or just colleagues. The less expectation we have, the less we're going to be disappointed when it doesn't go well. 3, reframe your situation. Instead of seeing someone's action as an attack, view them as a reflection for their struggles. When someone, and I'll share this on a personal level because I have accounted that before, when someone is a racist against me, if they use a bad word, or I see them, they don't want to give me a service, or they really behave badly when it comes to me in a racist manner, to me, I've learned to reframe it as it's their fear. They don't know me, so it's the fear of the unknown that they do have. It's the lack of education, of knowing how beautiful our differences make us, so they're afraid. And with that, I don't retaliate. What would I do? I don't insult them back. That's the wrong thing to do. I could educate them. I could try to approach them in a good manner. But also, there's no point. If they're attacking me, all I have to do is reframe the situation, because what they're doing is a reflection of their struggles. It's not just an attack. 4, practice forgiveness. Not for them, but for yourself. What do you mean by that? Holding on to anger only burdens you, not them. And this is something we tend to not see. But if you choose to hold on anger, it only makes you feel bad. Some people do just move on with their day, and you have to also. And 5, focus on your character. As Epictetus said, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. When Epictetus said this, he meant that you don't have to say things or prove to other people that this is how things are. All you have to do is live a life in accordance with your principles. Choose to act with integrity, regardless of how others behave, because you are someone who chose to have integrity as a value. So choose to be that type of person. And remember, be boxed according to their nature. Their actions about them, not you. And control others. You can only control yourself. So focus what's within your power. Not engaging is strength. Walking away often serves you more than reacting. And it's not weakness. Walking away is not a weakness. Or perspective changes everything. Reframing situation can turn frustration into freedom. Letting go is a skill. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. So, remember that the misdeeds of others can only disturb you if you allow them to. Instead of being upset, choose understanding. Instead of engaging, choose peace. And in doing so, you reclaim your power, not over others, but yourself. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, this essay is one of the many essays I do write on the Wisdomous.com. You can follow me on Instagram at gentlemanworking. And thank you so much for watching. And see you in the next one. Bye.